Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Going to give this time to the tailback. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 20-yard line.
Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. After the turnover, here's Murray. And it's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. 7 yards to pick up there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. What a pretty decent gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
First carry now for Chase Edmonds. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
That's straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and goal. Murray, and it's caught. Touchdown. Max Williams. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed and the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points,
oh, you saw that one come. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. He's picked off at his own 47. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out. Right? It's that mythological thing that we do. If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Alton Robinson. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
41-yard
to try again after the sack. Murray. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
6-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Murray from midfield. And Davis has it left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
At the 9-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Being chased out left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
At the 7-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys are going to take the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-power offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
In the pocket, choked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Gonna throw right side here, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Now it's Lockett. He's going to be out around the 45-yard line. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. From the shotgun, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. From behind, and he's going to be driven down. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he said, and he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. So we've reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A touchdown, the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Flush to his right. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Shotgun now from Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown. Max Williams. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
London.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Going for, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play.
credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Will Dissly, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys are going to take the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago. And we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. David Onyemata able to get him for a loss of about 3. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Returnable for Lockett. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
2nd and 5.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Tackle made at the
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Throwing is Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
27 yards.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
All you got to do is look it up.
Touchdown. Big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A 3-yard pickup.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Murray now on 1st down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Touchdown! A big play there. With a 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All through, go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
John Brown set to kick off.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down. Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their home. The final play of this ball game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown. It took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah.